A growing focus tonight on juvenile detention centers and facilities here in North Carolina. That as the state faces overcrowding and staffing shortages. Statewide tonight, there's more young people in detention centers than there are beds available.
WCNC Charlotte's Tradisha Woodard shares the impact as authorities say youth crime continues to soar.
There's two major issues facing North Carolina juvenile detention facilities. The first, overcrowding.
They're sleeping on cots in day room floors.
The second, most are only being staffed with a skeleton crew.
Our staffing in our facilities right now is at a 45% vacancy rate. And so when you add those two factors together, it's a really tough and difficult environment.
William Lassiter is the Deputy Secretary of Juvenile Justice in North Carolina. He's calling for additional resources to fill vacancies.
We need to pay the people in the system better. A lot of these people start at $37,000 with a 4-year degree and 2 years of experience.
Lassiter says right now, juvenile detention centers are 35 people over capacity, with Mecklenburg County kids making up 20% of the total population statewide.
I feel like we need to have a juvenile detention center in Mecklenburg County.
The juvenile detention center here in Mecklenburg County was closed back in 2022 due to staffing issues. But now there are growing conversations from the county and Charlotte officials about reopening the facility.
We deal with more juvenile arrests than probably anyone else in the state, and to have to take those juveniles to a neighboring county for detention just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
We have a lot of resources here, so we can support that. So when you start talking about intake, we can look at some of those wraparound services that these juveniles may need. 3
new detention facilities are set to open this year in North Carolina, in Rockingham, Richmond, and Winville, bringing 104 new beds. State officials are also hoping the 72-bed facility here in Mecklenburg County will also reopen, allowing more kids to receive more help from home.
More access to families, more access to volunteers that are interested in working with those juveniles, and more access to their legal counsel to work with them.
Tradisha Woodard, WCNC Charlotte.